Do you want to make a breakfast casserole with me? Look at this. It is amazing. I got the recipe from Sam the cooking guy. He changed it up. I changed it up even more, and this is what I ended up with. Now let's get cooking. Welcome to another episode of Annie's Smoking Pot. Today we are making an amazing breakfast casserole. What makes it so quick and simple is we're using canned rolls. Should I cover up the name? I should probably cover up the name because they're not a sponsor, but it's just canned biscuits. Makes it easier, quicker, and simpler. Let's get started. First thing we want to do is we want to get our ingredients that are going to go into that casserole kind of pre-cooked. They will cook in the casserole, but if you run it in the air fryer too long, I'm afraid it's going to dry out. So I am going to get my skillet heated up. You know what? First, I'm going to have my lovely cameraman plug me in because, you know, sometimes we forget that kind of stuff. Give me a candle, a match. Now that I've got that going, I'm gonna go ahead and get my skillet heated up. Now into the skillet, we're gonna add just some regular oil and butter. Because why? Butter makes everything better. Even though I am cooking with sausage, there is a high fat level to the sausage. It's okay because the butter is still just gonna make it so much better. So my butter is melting beautifully. I'm gonna go ahead and add my sausage in just to get it cooking. I am just using half of a tube of some breakfast sausage. So we're just gonna put that in there. Ooh, just like that. I'm gonna break that up a little bit, maybe. And to this, I'm also going to add one shallot that we're gonna thinly slice and about 10 cherry tomatoes. I opted to go with the different color cherry tomatoes because each color does have a slightly different flavor, I think anyway. Oh, and as always, you'll find the complete recipe in the description below. I'm gonna let that just cook up here for a little bit while I get everything else sliced, diced, and ready to go. So I've got just one, probably medium-sized shallot, I would guess. We're gonna go ahead and cut that off of there. You know what? Let's just cut it in half. Makes peeling a little bit easier. And yes, normally I would be wearing gloves because I don't want to smell like onion all day. But you know what? I forgot to grab them. And sometimes when you get cooking, there's no time for stopping, man. It is just go, go, go. So I'm just going to thinly slice these. That is one good shallot. Add that right into our sausage. I don't want this to cook too fast because I want to be able to allow everything to kind of cook at the same amount of time. Now, I've got that mixed around. So now let's add in our cherry tomato. All you want to do is just cut them in half. Is perfect. This is kind of a chunky style casserole, I guess it would be. Oh, it's just going to be so amazing. I don't think you have any idea how well this is going to taste. I hope you're right here with me, cooking next to me, making this as we go. If you do make this recipe, definitely let me know what you thought. Also, let me know if you changed it up a bit. You know, did you use a different kind of meat? Did you use just red tomatoes? Did you use a yellow onion versus the shallots? Let me know how you changed yours up. Oh, that is coming along beautifully. We're just gonna let that cook for a little bit more until it's just about done. With it being sausage, like I said, you really don't want raw sausage. That's not good at all. It will cook up a little bit more once we get it into the air fryer. So I think once I get the pink gone, then I think we're gonna be good to go. Oh, actually, let's move that aside. I almost forgot a key ingredient. A little garlic paste. I am falling in love with garlic paste. Usually I use minced garlic for everything, but I followed a recipe the other day and it called for garlic paste. So I tried it. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it's garlic. It should taste the same. It doesn't. It makes a world of difference. And that was probably about a teaspoon of garlic paste. So I'm going to go ahead and incorporate that into our other ingredients. And I think we're looking good. I'm not seeing any pink. So I think we are ready to move on. Oh, it smells so good. I am gonna need some chopped parsley into here. So before I clean this little area up a little too much, let's go ahead and chop up our parsley, and you'll see where it goes into the recipe. And it's just a rough chop to the parsley. Parsley just adds such an amazing flavor. You can also use basil. If you've got fresh basil, you can certainly use that. You can use chives, but because I've got shallots in here, I didn't want to overpower everything with another onion flavor, so I opted not to do the chives. Into this big bowl with my little baby whisk, we are going to add 4 eggs. Go ahead and whisk up these eggs just to break up your yolks. Then to the eggs, we are going to add our milk. I'm using whole milk only because it's going to give it a little bit of an added richness. If you are, don't like the whole milk, you can use 2%, but don't use quite as much because it might water it down a bit. We've also got some salt and pepper and a little bit of red pepper flake just to add a little bit of heat. Just like that. To this wonderful, wonderful mixture, our Pillsbury, oops, sorry, not a sponsor, our canned biscuits. We're gonna cut our biscuits up. I'm gonna go ahead and add the parsley into our bowl. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that fabulous? I love fresh parsley. I love the smell, the taste, everything. All right, so now I need to grab another knife. So I am just using 4 biscuits in this recipe because, like I've always said before, it's just my husband and I. You can certainly double the recipes. You can even break it in half if you're cooking for 1. It's okay. It is so versatile. Now, each biscuit, I think we're going to cut into 6 pieces. Those are nice bite-sized pieces. I think it's perfect, just like that. I am just using a home-style buttermilk biscuit, by the way. You can use the ones that have like butter flakes in it or flaky layers, but I've never done that. So I'm thinking I don't think that would work. I would say just stick with a standard, simple home-style biscuit, which we are now going to add right in there. I'm going to go ahead and get my air fryer heated up. We're going to go 350 for about 12 to 14 minutes. To this, I'm just going to give this a mix just like that. You know what? I am going to go ahead and add 1 more biscuit. You can kind of tell as you add the biscuits, the biscuit to fluid, or what is that? Biscuit to liquid. There we go. The biscuit to liquid ratio. Oh, see how that looks? That's perfect. Now let's add in our cooked ingredients. Right there. Look at that. You're going to go ahead and just dump all of this right on in there. Oh, it's going to be so delicious. So I have got all of that added in. Now you also, to this, we're going to add about a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. Just going to eyeball this. It's going to be delicious. Look at that. Mix all of that up. Then it's going to go into my prepared baking dish. I'm just using my 8-inch pan, and I lined it with the parchment paper just to try to help it ease getting this out of the pan. Are we ready to dump? Let's dump it in there, shall we? Get all those little remnants out of there. We're just going to kind of spread it out in the pan. Try to get it a little even, just like that. And then that's it. We're going to take that. We're going to place that in that air fryer and let that cook. Here we go. Anybody who has watched my episodes before knows about my jaws of life. It makes getting pans in and out of an air fryer so much easier. You don't burn your fingers at all. We're gonna go ahead and let that cook up. We're gonna start at 14 minutes and then I'll take a look at it about halfway through and kind of get an idea of where we're at. We might have to increase it because it is a deep dish casserole. We'll have the exact time though, obviously, in the description below. I'll see you back here when it's done. Boop. We are just about done. We've got about 30 seconds left. I did end up increasing the time because, like I said, my pan, it is a thicker pan and all of that, so it ended up cooking 22 minutes. Once we take it out, we're gonna wanna let it sit for about 5 minutes just for any of those juices to be absorbed in there. Plus, it's gonna be really freaking hot. You don't wanna dig into it right away. So while it is resting, you can go have a cup of coffee, make up a side dish if you want. You know, if you want some sliced bacon, anything that you would like to put with this. I am putting some country gravy with mine, which I think is going to be amazing. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of there now. Oh, and look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? I'm going to go ahead and take it out of there. Jaws of life, don't fail me now. Ooh. And we're gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes. Look at that. Now, I don't know if you can hear this. Listen to this. Can you hear that? That is one crunchy biscuit topping. It's gonna be amazing. How could it not? Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to give it a good thumbs up. I don't know why I always say a good thumbs up. If it's a thumbs up, that's good, right? If it's not, then it's a bad. And that would be a thumbs down, which I hope you don't do. So I hope you like. And if you make this, let me know how yours turned out. Let me know if you did anything different. And subscribe if you haven't already. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what? I'm going to earn your subscription. I'm going to keep plugging away, cooking dishes that I enjoy, cooking dishes that you enjoy, and I'll earn that subscription. What do you think? Should we dig into that and see how it looks? Hot. That's how it looks. Let's scoop some out of there and see how that looks. The camera guy's gonna yell at me because I'm probably blocking his shot somehow. So you know what? Let's wait here. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. All right, let's get some out of there and see what we've got going on. That is really hot. Oh, just break through that crust. Fabulous. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Cheese pull. Does that look good? Look at that. How delicious is that? Right? And then, of course, you gotta have some fresh fruit because this is a very, I don't want to say fatty dish, but, you know, it's probably not the healthiest thing you could choose for breakfast.
Don't want to eat it every day.
Don't want to eat it every day. But you know what? This is going to fill you up. And it is going to give you energy, and it is going to keep you going until lunchtime. And you know what? I've got some other great recipes on our playlist for some lunch ideas. Why not? Have an Annie's smoking pot kind of day, right? I think this is fantastic. One notch better. How about if we drizzle a little country gravy on top of there? I made this up this morning. This is just a simple country gravy. Add water, you boil it up. You call it good. Oh, look at that smoke coming off of there. Oh, let's just put some of that on there. You know what? I got to do it. I got to taste it. I'm going in. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so delicious. Look at that. We've got biscuit, parsley, cheese, sausage, egg. Oh my gosh. That is stick to the ribs goodness right there. Oh, well, I've hoped you enjoyed this episode of Annie's Smoking Pot. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Dude.